Arsenal has a lot of codes, and with those codes come rewards. From being posted on Twitter to having to search an entire map, today we'll be looking at 5 of the rarest code items in Arsenal. Coming in at number 5, we have the Bruskin. This actually could have been one of the rarest items in Arsenal, as Dev Kenny would make a tweet prior to the code's release, with likes being the amount of copies available. It ended up having 555 copies in all, and is decently rare. The skin itself isn't anything too crazy, but still cool nonetheless. Now coming in at number 4, we have the Kill Brick Melee. This is a very unique weapon in Arsenal as it's not team colored, it's just a red brick. But unlike a real kill brick, touching it will not immediately kill you. Now, the way this was released was also interesting. During May of 2022, Kenny would stream himself playing a variety of games, from Arsenal to Bad Business and more. Now, the stream would only have around 50 to 60 viewers, which will be very important soon because as Kenny was playing Arsenal, he would randomly show himself making a code, and the item you'd get from it would be the kill brick. The amount of copies for the code was the amount of people watching the stream, so in total, only 60 people were able to get this. And just like the Bruskin, the kill brick's rarity was completely determined by us. Coming in at number 3, we have the Hollowed Scarecrow. This skin was released on Twitter by Midnight Crystal with a whopping 10 copies. Now apparently, some say a few extra people were able to get this due to a glitch, but I can't really confirm that, so we're just gonna stick with 10. Regardless, this is one of my favorite skins in the game, and I honestly envy anyone who got it. Now coming in at number 2, the Crack Calling Card was a code with 2,000 copies released by Ivan or Blue Eye on Twitter. Now, you may be wondering what makes this so special, as there are many other codes with way fewer copies, and the last item we talked about has significantly smaller quantity. Well, what makes this so special is the fact that next to no one obtained it. When the code was released, many players tried to redeem it, but for whatever reason, redeeming the code would give you nothing. As it turns out, players were redeeming it in outdated servers, which completely broke the calling card. And although it would say redeemed, the item would never show up in your inventory, even if you went to an updated server. To this day, it's unknown how many people actually own this. Some estimate under 300, with others estimating no one. Regardless, this calling card is very rare. And finally, coming in at number 1, we have Segwick Drip. This probably wasn't a surprise to most of you as it only had 1 copy in total. It was released on Twitter with Crystal tweeting a somewhat cryptic message that read broke. And putting 2 and 2 together, players figured out that this was a code, which would be redeemed immediately. Now having 1 copy means that the person who redeemed this essentially has their own skin in the game, but no one knows who the real owner of the skin is. Many have claimed in the past to be the owner, with most of them being exposed as cheaters. Some have even speculated that a cheater may have actually redeemed the code, which I really hope is not the case as the skin would pretty much be dev exclusive. Now before I wrap this video up, I'd like to give a few honorable mentions. First of which being Festive Gastel and Fantina coming in with 1,000 copies, the Bloxy bundle which only had 3,000 copies, the Portal Kill effect which had 500 copies, and the One Day Bricks with 690 copies. But that's all for today's video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.